Hello everybody and welcome to my November wrap-up and December TBR. So November was a honestly terrible reading month for me. I read a grand total of 9 books and one of them was kind of a novella short story, and yeah, it wasn't a good reading month. And the big reason for that was NaNoWriMo. As I said in my October wrap-up and kind of NaNoWriMo announcement, I did participate in NaNoWriMo this year and I won! By won, I mean I hit 50,000 words, but I'm not quite done with my novel. I'm in fact still writing it, though I am in the last few scenes. I don't think of it as chapters, I think of it as points in the timeline I need to get to. I also once again worked Black Friday weekend. It's not even just Black Friday anymore, it's Black Friday weekend. I mean seriously, can you believe this? And for the stores that open on Thanksgiving, shame on you. You really should just be ashamed of yourself. You should let these poor people have one day with their family. Frankly, they should get 2. I don't think any store should open on Black Friday. But that's my little rant on Black Friday. Due to Black Friday, however, there will be a book haul in the future. I'm waiting on 3 more books to come in that I bought on Black Friday. But it's gonna be a pretty cool haul, in my opinion. Of the 9 books that I read this month, here are the pictures of my favorites. It was a really small selection. I really didn't read all that much. I will say that also in November I did go see Interstellar, which is the latest release by Chris Nolan, and if you haven't gone to see that film, do yourself a favor and go see it. It's really phenomenal. I mean, Chris Nolan just, if you're gonna talk about movie as product, he makes quality product. He just knows how to tell really good stories and create visuals and emotional situations that really get into you. And so I got to see actually Interstellar twice, which was really neat. I saw it once with a friend and then once with my family. If we're talking on movies here, I went to see Birdman with Michael Keaton and Ed Norton, and I still don't really know how I feel about that film. There are pieces of it I really like, but on the whole, there's a definite point where I just started going, what the f-? I'm just excited right now because I've been convinced a couple people from work we're gonna go and see a Hobbit triple feature marathon. Yeah, so from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. we're gonna be in a theater watching all 3 Hobbit films. It's gonna be glorious. I'm so ready to nerd out for 9 hours. As for my Discover New Writers awards for the month, really I only have 2, so that, well, I really only, okay, it's 3, but kind of 2, and you'll see what I mean. First, I'm going to give it to Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner, mainly because together they write the Starbound trilogy, which is a trilogy of companion novels. I read both These Broken Stars and This Shattered World during the month of November. These Broken Stars I actually read after This Shattered World because I got This Shattered World, I requested it from Hyperion on NetGalley. They were really gracious enough to let me read it, and I loved it so much I went and I bought These Broken Stars. And I loved that one too, so I was like, I gotta give it to these 2. They have a way of writing characters and stories that really interest me, even though, arguably, These Broken Stars is kind of Titanic in space, and This Shattered World is sort of Romeo and Juliet on an alien planet, but they're able to take these very basic stories and concepts and throw in some great world building and interesting little things that happen to raise it above the simplicity of the concept. And secondly, I have to give it to Ryan Graudin. Ooh, I probably said that name so wrong. I'm so sorry. For her book, The Walled City. I have not read her paranormal romance series she apparently has. I think the first one is called All That Glows. The sequel, All That Burns, will be coming out. I haven't read it, but I really liked The Walled City. And also, she's pretty cool. I cracked a joke when I opened up the cover page, that the cover page is stunning on The Walled City. It's this beautiful, ornate, kind of stencil dragon. And I joked, I said, I'm really resisting the urge to break out coloring pencils and color in this. And she saw it and tweeted me, she goes, you have to. She goes, I did it on one of my arcs, you have to color it in, let me know. And I was like, okay. So now my copy of The Walled City is all colored in and ornate. I want that to be a hashtag. Can it be hashtag color the city or something? I don't know. I'm not good at creating hashtags, but that'd be really cool if just everybody started coloring in their copy of The Walled City. We'd have the most awesome looking books ever. And now on to December and my TBR. Like I said, I actually have a TBR for this month because I'm not really sure how my reading habits are going to be. I think they're going to be pretty good, but we'll find out. But there are 3 books I definitely want to read in December because they're kind of wintry themed and in some cases even in a way holiday themed. first is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rosh. I actually started this when it came out. I think I only got like 10 pages in though, because I put it down and I was just like, I'm just not in the mood for this book, and I had a feeling I'd want to read it more in a really colder month, because winter doesn't set in until really late down where I live. Trust me, I miss like real winters, but you know, sometimes you just gotta deal. But from what I've gathered, this is a high fantasy where different parts of the world are like different seasons. That's all I've gathered out of it. I'm going into it really blind, and I'm okay with that. I've gotten, actually, you know, I'm really enjoying going into books blind. It kind of makes it more fun for me. Next, I have to read Winterspell by Claire Legrand. This is a retelling or respinning of The Nutcracker. Whoa, yeah, you had me at Nutcracker. I know everybody sort of has their little holiday traditions and things they do, and one of the big ones in my house, at least with me, is that every year I watch the special of The Nutcracker, which was predominantly choreographed by and starring Mikhail Baryshnikov, who's pretty much like the greatest male dancer to ever live. Nureyev is really, really good too. I'm not discounting Nureyev, but Baryshnikov. Oh man, good dance is not even fair. And I love his Nutcracker, and I love the story of the Nutcracker. I danced in it a couple times when I was younger, and so when I heard this was a retelling, I was like, color me intrigued. Also, this is a fairly interesting cover. Like, I was really ready to hate this cover, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, it's kind of shiny, I kind of like it. And the last book that I definitely plan on reading in December is the one I said will show up again in my haul because I bought it on Black Friday from the Book Depository. My True Love Gave to Me by, brace yourself, Holly Black, Ali Carter, Matt De La Pena, Gail Foreman, Jenny Han, David Levithan, Kelly Link, Mira McIntyre, Stephanie Perkins, Rainbow Rowell, Lainey Taylor, and Kirsten White. As edited by Stephanie Perkins. Basically like a who's who of YA contemporary writers. And yes, I ordered the UK edition because pink pages and this pretty like mint greenish bluish coloring. I guess it's kind of robin's egg blue. It's pretty close. It's a little light. And then the inside has like lights, string lights. It's cute. Kudos to Pan Macmillan out there across the pond. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful, beautiful binding. All I know is that this is a collection of short stories, as I said, edited by Stephanie Perkins. They're 12 like holiday or winter romances, and I'm cool with that. You know, closer to Christmas, I'm gonna want to read this. I'm gonna curl up in like a big fluffy sweater or blanket, probably a blanket, and just sit and go through these and be happy. I know some people are reading them in read-alongs and stuff throughout the month, and I'm just like, nah, this is something I binge read. I don't like do this short thing. I binge read all 12 and I'm perfectly happy. Oh, before I go, there is one more book I will be reading in the month of December. I can't believe I almost forgot this. It's because it's an ebook and I don't have it physically with me. But this is a book that I was sent by the author, and it is The Sham by Ellen Allen. She contacted me via Goodreads and asked me if I would be willing to read her book and review it, and I said, well, at the time I really wasn't reading anything, because November. And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. So I will be reading that hopefully really soon, just so I can read it, review it, and give my thoughts. Whether or not I'll do a video review on it, I don't know. But, okay, I don't have any last minute things. No, I think I'm good. Alright, so that's it for me today, guys, and so until next time, cheers.